Just over 70 years ago, Sudan became an independent country. That moment was greeted with enthusiasm and hope for the future across this beautiful nation, and by the United Kingdom and Egypt, who had been responsible for its administration. Over the decades since, the relations between our countries have flourished on many fronts, in education, economic development and cultural ties, as well as through the remarkable community of people in the UK who trace their heritage to Sudan, and who have done so much to contribute to our national life. In his message to the Sudanese people on Independence Day at the start of this month, His Majesty King Charles III paid tribute to what he called those enduring bonds of friendship and cooperation. Today, of course, Sudan is enveloped by a cruel and needless war, which has exposed its noble people to starvation, inhuman atrocities and displacement. That war has lasted more than 1,000 days, and every day it continues is a further tragedy. As His Majesty made clear, the United Kingdom stands in full solidarity with the people of Sudan at this dark time. The British government, with Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper, is determined to use every avenue at our disposal to bring peace and to help Sudan towards the path of recovery and political development which it so badly needs. Today, as part of that effort, I have come to Port Sudan with Admiral Edward Algren, our Defence Senior Advisor for the Middle East. Admiral Algren has served a distinguished career in the Royal Navy, an organisation, along with the British Army and the Royal Air Force, which has a long and proud tradition of military service in pursuit of peace. As the UK, we believe it is necessary to speak with all sides in this conflict, in support of the efforts being led by the United States with regional countries, to support the United Nations and other humanitarian actors in bringing aid to those in need, and to call out the awful atrocities which had taken place, most notably in El Fasher. To talk is, of course, not always to agree. The Admiral and I are most grateful to Rais al-Majlis al-Intakli and his colleagues for receiving us in Port Sudan. We have just held an important conversation with General al-Burhan about the current situation and the urgent need to achieve a ceasefire. We expressed our deep shock over the picture that is emerging from El Fasher, which has exposed brutality and cold-blooded murder committed on a scale that is hard to comprehend. We've also talked about the importance for all sides to adhere to their commitments for protection of civilians under the Jeddah Declaration and international humanitarian law. Ongoing airstrikes against civilians and illegal detention are a violation of those principles. Next month, the United Kingdom will assume the rotating presidency of the UN Security Council. Further ahead, in April, we will serve as a co-chair for the international conference that the German government will host in Berlin, following those in Paris and then London last year. As the Foreign Secretary has made clear, we will use our influence there and through our close partnership with the United States, Norway, the United Nations, the European Union, the African Union, and with all those countries in the region and beyond, in an unstinting search to prevent further bloodshed and bring peace. In his message at New Year, His Majesty the King committed the United Kingdom to stand in solidarity with the people of Sudan and wished them strength in their pursuit of peace and stability. It is in that spirit that Admiral Algren and I have come here today. Thank you.